Hello everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from wreaths, swags, things for the home decor, things for your garden decor, funeral tributes, weddings and much more. Before we start, guys, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all your wonderful comments concerning the snowman there. I sent a message to my friend and she loves it. So I knew she would. So she's really happy. And again, you know, for all your wonderful messages as well, saying he's lovely and cute and things like that. That's very kind. Right, today I thought I'll do just an arrangement in here. I've got a spare part on one of my shelf up there and I thought this would look nice sat up there. So that's what we're going to do. So it's just a little container made out of tin with the handles on the side. I've used one block of dried foam and I've squeezed it right in, guys. And I thought, let's just do something in that. With it being a neutral colour, any colour will look lovely in it. I've made a bow. And we are doing like an autumn colour again. I think because I did Christmas and one, I just want to do another autumn one. So on this one, we've got this colour is beautiful. We've got this checkered or buffalo plaid ribbon, and it's got like a very light turquoisey blue with browns in. And then we've got the gold glitter or metallic one, and then I've got the normal, oh I forgot what it's called, Hessian. So we've got that as well. So I've done them, it's not a massive one, I've done them at the Hessian at 5-inch loops, and I've only done 2 of them. The buffalo plaid, I've done 2 of those at 5-inch loops as well. And then the gold I've done at 4.5, and the one in the centre I've done at 3. So that's all it is. And I'm considering placing it right in the middle. I've been having a look and I thought that looks really nice just hanging down. And I may cut the bottom of the ribbon because it is touching the surface on some of the ribbons, but I thought that would look pretty like so. So for our foliage, I may again not use everything. I've got things out in case, you know me guys. I think I've come to learn not to keep getting up. Well, I say that, but then again, thinking about it, I have got up and down quite a bit. But on this one, I'm going to stick with what we've got. And if I need any filler foliage, I've got it at the bottom of me. So what we are going to do, I've got some burnt orange astilbe. And I can't remember where I got this from. There's only a bar code on it. But I've got some burnt orange to go with the brown on the ribbon. So I thought that would look pretty. Now, the birch that I've got in orange, olive and colour and lilac purple, I've got the orange one out. I've got a few strips and I've got a spray paint which was the colour peacock blue. And I just I say lightly, I just went over it and you can still see some of the orange in it as well. I wanted to leave some bits of orange in and I thought I would spray that to go with the blue as well on our ribbon. Now, I went to see my sister last night and she gave me bits of pampass grass and also, one moment, I'll get that. I've put pics on them already, and then she gave me some little billy button rabbit tails in a tan colour. So that gave me the idea for this morning. And I'll say this morning, it is now 1 in the afternoon. So she's given me that, and I've put pics on these as well because they are very breakable. They do snap. And if you do have pampas grass, to stop all that feathers coming off, I haven't done it on these because I've not got any left. Hairspray. Just spray it with hairspray and it will hold it just like it does your hair, and it stops all of your little fluffy feathers keep coming off. So if they come off in while we're doing it, guys, my apologies. I've got no hairspray. So we've got those. Now I have got this out like I had the pinky coloured one. I'm not saying I'm going to use this. I've put a few on pics, just the single ones like so. It reminds me of coral, you know, under the sea. So, but we've got that in a very like yellowy cream colour, I'd say. So just in case, I have got out again my beautiful maple. I wanted it with a light colour. There's different shades of brown on the checkered ribbon, so I wanted to blend that in with it. Again, I'm not putting all of these in. I just brought the bunch out. And I bought also some small bits out, some oddments of my spiky fern. So I thought in gold, with us having the gold ribbon, we need to incorporate just some gold. And talking about gold, I've got one of these stems out that is like a tan. It did say gold on it, but when you look at it close up, guys, it looks a bit like a brownie colour, like a brownie gold. I don't know if you agree. But yes, I can't remember where I got these from, guys. I have had these for a while. These was in the box when I got all the Christmas things out. So it's got 3 leaves left on it, so I work in odd numbers. Win-win. So I just thought a little bit of sparkliness and gold in it, not too much. I've also got out these rose leaves. They do come on stems like that, where you can just chop away at them instead of just having them singular. When I pull them off the roses, they've come like that. I've had these as well. Oh gosh. Now I think I ordered these beginning of this year and I've not used them yet. So I thought when I spotted them, I thought let's just use a few. And I've got these. And I thought, why not? Let's just incorporate these, and they're artificial and they're quite heavy. We may have those in just for a little bit of a limey colour, just for things to bounce off, or just different texture and contrast. Now, my sister also, because she's got horses, her friend has got a pine tree, what grows obviously pine cones. And she asked my sister if she needed any, but she said, I no, but my sister's a florist and she would gladly have some. So my sister dried them all out for me. And I went to her house last night and she gave me a bag full. So I've got 3 out in case we will want to place them in. And they're really opened up really nice. So we'll use those. And then I've also got a thistle. And I thought, you know, it's in cream with browny sort of like leaves, you know, the spiky leaves here. It blends in with a browny coloured stem. That looks quite nice. So we may incorporate those as well. Oh, and if I don't use, or I may use a bit of both, I have got these. I've not known what to do. Well, I say I don't know what to do. I do know what to do with them. But giant acorns from Lily Jades. I love these. You know how you usually get the tiny ones? Well, these are bigger. These are actually 1.5 inch in that way across here. So they are good. There's 6 in a pack. And I thought with this 3 like a green with a bit of brown, and then you've got 3 at the bottom that are dark brown. So you get a mixture. And then I've also got out, I'm not saying I'm going to place this in, but some honesty. So I may, for a different bit of texture and wispiness, I thought let's place, or might place, some honesty in. So I've only taken a few out, cut the main stem because it was really long down here. So I've cut the main stem and just cut a few pieces off and got some out. So I have got here some bigger, only 4 pieces, because I have cut in this colour what's on the bow, a hydrangea. I pulled, in fact I think, and I've had these a long time. Well, I say a long time. Oh, I can't find it. It wasn't around the top. But the hydrangea flower, and I pulled off, the flowers are on a single, so I pulled off each flower off of one head, and I have placed picks on them all to dot around, so I don't want the big hydrangea on its own. So I have done that with those, and then I've kept the leaves and I put picks on those, and I thought we could incorporate these as well, maybe filler around the bottom, you know, to give it a different, you know, a bigger leaf to cover a lot of the, maybe a bit of the space in at the bottom. And for our florals, I have got like the creamy, I don't know, I say this creamy tanny colour, or I don't know, tanny brown, oh I don't know guys, but it's a nice colour, let's put it that way. And with it having brown in the centre where the pollen is of the gerberas, I thought we'd get some of those and add those in. But at the same time, I've got these coloured roses. These are wedding roses that, you know, I bought. I went, oh gosh, I don't know how long they are, because they've got my picks on, so I took them off the bunch, so I don't know how long I've had them. And then there was some brown. I saw some more brown, but if I need any, I'm going to have to get up. But I thought, get some more brown in, with it being like the Hessian as well, and the autumnal colour, and, you know, matching with our cones. So that is what we've got today. My cat's been in, and thank you all for saying I've got such a lovely cat. Yes, he is lovely, but it can be a pain. So I'm going to bring the camera down so you can see what I'm doing, so it's a bit better. So one moment. So if I just come in a little bit. Oh, let me measure with the container, guys. If I see that there, then I have a vague idea of how high it's going to be. Yeah. So, first of all, I want to place in our bow. And again, I want to sit that around the front. As you can see, the hessian's touching the surface, so is the gold. You can either, with the gold, turn it up or under, but with this hessian I can't. It's got no wire in it. So let's just cut a bit of that stem down. Oh, I haven't got my glue gun on today. Naughty girl. So let's just use that, place a bit of that on. Make sure the tail ends are sitting. I just put a bit of see, that's too long, so I'm going to bend that over to give it a little extra support. Why did I throw that in the bin? Just take that glue off. There we go. And place a bit more on here. Keep that there. Isn't that pretty? That checkered one is beautiful. Right, let me snip that one a little bit, not much. I'm going at an angle with that. Do the same with that. I'll cut the gold because I want them to hang. So just fold it in half. So. Let's just check with the others. Let's have a look at that one. Right, that one's touching as well. I'd rather do them just slightly a little bit too long than too short. So, that's what we have. The tail ends I've placed as I did them. Instead of placing them just immediately down, I placed them offset. So when you go, you twist through the bow maker and then you take your tail end through there. When I cut it and I did the final tail end, I left it at an angle there instead of forcing it down the bow maker. The ones that go straight down I did, but a few of them I decided to just slightly bring them at a diagonal position when I'd finished. Right. So again, I want to try and use what we've got. So I'm going to place in these big leaves first. Save that. Oh, let me have a cup of coffee. My son's made me a coffee before he goes to work. So, and I'm going to want those just sitting like that. I usually do, I like to do a symmetrical arrangement. I don't know, I haven't planned on what type of arrangement I'm doing today. I think we'll play it by ear, guys. I was actually, if I'm being honest, I was thinking of doing a smaller height arrangement instead, so you can see that it's not all about tall arrangements. So I may just go somewhere around here. So I'm placing one on one end and one on the other. So you've got them like that. And then because I've got two left, I'm going to place these two at the back in a similar position where it's having one leaf upwards, and I'm going to use the two bigger leaves on here. There's a smaller leaf here. So I'm going to use these two hanging over the edge so I get more coverage. So there's the smaller leaf. So I'm going down at an angle, and then we've got those two bigger leaves here. And the same with this one. And I did exactly the same on these side pieces as well. So again, now that one, can I twist it? Yeah. So we'll do the same here. So you've got those there. So that gives a nice coverage there. See, I've got my roses and my maple because they've got the bigger leaves. Again, to place these in between against the green looks really, really pretty. With it being a light colour, light against dark looks really, really effective. So we'll do something the same again with these. So I'm going right in this, on this corner piece here. So we've got that effect. Excuse the noise, guys. The gentleman is still busy. If you can hear, they're still working on my neighbour's roof, other roof to a house or annex. I'm going to place that one there. Oh, these are brilliant pieces to save. Just little pieces to put on. These from what I'm cutting off to put on small, you know, onto leaves or foliage if you're not, you know, if you're doing something like this right at the bottom or filling in your filler foliage. And you don't need a big stem. So I'm going in all four corners first. And then I'm going to go at the back. Again, just cutting the stem shorter. The stem that I've cut is only 2.5 inch because I don't need it long. And I'm going to place one. I may place one or two in the centre. Let's have a look. Now we'll just place one. So you've got that effect. And this colour goes with the container as well. Now, I may bring some, I'll get two and bring them underneath the ribbon or the bow. I keep saying ribbon. I know you know what I mean. Oops, I didn't stick that in very well. So what I'm going to do with these, where you see these diagonal tail ends, I want to just go under like that. If you can see, and then just manipulate the leaf back. So you've got a bit of coverage underneath your bow as well. We'll do the same on these long tail ends. Lift up, place that. There as well, and then lift your tail ends back over. So then again, you've got coverage under your ribbon. Right, so that is with the maple. Again, I may save it and bring it the odd one above as well. Now let's have a look. Now with these roses, I could easily chop them one at a time, so the single. I may do the odd one, but I could use ficus if I didn't want to use these rose ones. But I thought let's use the rose and have some where I've left 3 petals. What's the point of cutting these off when I've got oddments of rose leaves on single stems? I could easily use those. So I wanted these just for some, you know, foliage coverage inside. Again, I could have used the ficus, but I chose that I'd do something different with it. And again, I'm moving the stem, as you can see. I came over to the right and then went back to the left. And then I did it at the bottom as well. Went to the left, right, and then left and so on. And I did that all the way up. So you've got a little bit of a curve on the stem. And then you can bend it as well, just to give it that sort of a look. So from the side, you've got the bigger one at the back and the smaller ones at the front. These haven't got wire in the stems. It's only the central one. So I could place that or bring one. In fact, I'll bring one there. And I'm going in diagonally like that. I'm not just going down. And the reason I'm going in diagonally is that it bends over and it gives you that look that it's going over. So if I show you that again, I'll do another one on the top. So there's your straight stem, as you can see. So I'm going at the bottom, I'm starting, I'm bending it to the right like that. And I'm going just a little bit under where that leaf is, and then bending that to the left. And then above this leaf, because it's just slightly higher than that one, I'm bending it back off to the right. And then I'm going back to the left. So you've got that swirl. And then as you can see, it's still straight. Then I'm getting the center one and I'm just bending it back like so. So then when it sits in, you've got that. And just place a 45-degree angle on the bottom so it makes it easier to go in. And then I'm going to do the same with that. Just make sure it's so you've got that, so you can see where it curves over. So the other 2 pieces that we've got here, I'm going to bring to the front and the back. See you later, Jordan. Have a good day. So we'll take that off. And again, because that's just a straight stem, it doesn't matter if it's a small stem. I still try to like to put a little bend in, even if it's just 2 small bends like that, or curves, should I say. And then I can't bring, all I can do with that, because it's straight, is just slightly then bend it back so it's going over like that at the same time. And then I place that in at the back. And I'm going to place both of these, again placing them at an angle. Wipe any glue off that's seeping out. And do the same to the right, to the left, and then bend over like that. So then I can place this in. Place it in the opposite side to that. So then you have that effect. If you want to get it lower than what this is, just press the main stem down and it will go lower down. So now I've got this one. Let me just cut that thinner piece off. Let's see. Right, I'm going to take the top single one off. So then I've got two pieces of 2 sets of leaves and that one. So that one I will either place at the bottom or just behind the bow at the top. So we'll see. I could easily bring, let's have a look as well. Yeah. What I'm going to do with these ones, as you can see, let me just bend them. I'm going to place these on, or maybe around here, either under or around. So that's where I'm going to place those. And then the smaller one, I'm just going to place it here. So let's get the single one in first, like so. And if we just put a little bend on one way, then back the other, like that. So let me just, and then that bow ribbon loop there will sit and lean on it. So let's have a look. Yeah, let's cut that at an angle. I'm going to go just place it underneath the maple leaf. If I can get it in. So then just put a bit of the maple through with it so it co-joins like that. So let me do the same with this one. Bend one way and then bend the other. I always do bend them, guys. If you don't feel you want to do that, you know, then again, as I say, that doesn't matter. It's your choice of what you'd like to do. So I've just got it like that. Oh, my coffee. Oh, it's cold. Right, I've got our blue stroke orange. I've put the blue on so it goes with the ribbon because I haven't got any blue foliage. Not to go with this anyway. I've got some, but it's not the right colour, so I chose to spray it. So let's just have a look at that. I've got the pampass grass as well. Right, let's get some of the pampass grass in. Again, I don't want to go too high. So what I'm doing with the pampass grass, I'm going in again, and because I've placed in picks, I can bend it. As we all know, guys, pampas grass hasn't got wiring. Unless, I don't know if you can get, I haven't really looked to see if you can get artificial ones. Let me know. But real pampas grass, it's lovely. And I'm just getting these to a little bit of wisperness. Place over there. I think I'd like one behind there. So let's get one behind this leaf. I'm going to go just slightly a little bit further down. Just spread it. I've got two more. I may bring these at the bottom. So if I just lift up so I can see where I'm heading. And again, this is just to add a little bit of texture and contrast against all, you know, of the other elements. Give a little bit of an earthy feeling, I guess. If that's the right word. So just by placing them there. Now I've got these little billy button, as we call them, rabbit tails. I'm going to bring, I just cut some down at the moment. Let's just have a look. I want some a bit of height. Yeah, I'm going to bring some at the back. And bend the stem as well. Just got to be careful with these. They're a bit like the wheat, you know, the wheat where you touch it and it can easily snap. This is what these are like. You probably know yourselves, guys, but if you've ever had them. Let's just take that glue off. And then I'm going to place one in the centre. So I want one, yeah, around there. Again, I'm not going too far, leaving it too far up. I don't think I can really do anything. Well, I can, but my mind seems to always go for big. I don't know why. It's just me, guys. Right, I've got, let me take this tag off. I looked to see if I'd got any more of these and I haven't, but never mind. Let's see, can I pull that out? Yes. Oh, I can pull it out. So that's 3. I don't use this stem. Oh my good gracious me. Because it's paperback underneath the glitter. So let's see what we're going to do with these. I don't want to cut these into small pieces. I quite like them being that length. But again, I will manipulate them and bend the stem. Yeah, I'm going to place that there. As you can see, if I just I'm going to have that, I've curved it over already. I'm just going to have it a slightly little bit higher than the pampas grass, you know, because I'm staggering it down. So I don't want it going over the pampas grass where you won't see this. So let's get that one in. They are a bit quite weighty at the top. So, oh, I've just put my finger on the glue. Oh, I've got glue all over. You see, that's very heavy. So if it's heavy, I may have to just lift that a little bit. Let's have a look. Oh, I could place it on a pick just to give it a helping hand. So I may do that, guys. What colour stem has it got? I will put brown on. Let's get a bit of glue. Place that on the pick and then on the stem. Get my tape and go down. And I'm just going just below the stem of the, now is it ruscus or is it you? I don't know. It's pretty though. Let's get a bit of that on. On the tape. So that's giving it a bit extra support now. Right, let's go here now into a different hole. I don't want to make the hole I've just used any bigger. Careful with those, Iris. Oh. Or do I place them there? Because they look... Oh, they look better at the front. Oh my goodness, I'll probably end up taking it out. You know when you get that feeling, guys, where you... It just doesn't look... Yeah, it looks better there. Let me cut it a bit more. And then go in a different hole. Oh, I've wiped all the glue off. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in the corner. Let me take that big blob of glue off. I won't put it in my glue pan because it's got glitter on. Don't you think that's better, guys, there, than having it here where you can't see all that beautiful... Oh, I've got them out. That beautiful leaves on it where this is shining. So this could be either for, you know, autumn going into winter arrangement. So it can be used with, you know, having a nice glitter on. I've treated my husband to some new t-shirts. And it's got the Smiths on it. And it says, I think on one of them, I'm the Smith you wouldn't, my name's Smith you wouldn't understand. Something like that. They'll really suit him. Right, I'm going to do the other one while we're on it. Sorry guys. I think I sort of like prepared all before I started. I never thought about these. You know, when they're on the full stem. Well, I say I don't. I didn't. I forgot. It's not that I didn't think about it. I forgot to think about it. That makes sense. You know what I'm getting at, don't you guys? You do everything else, and there's always one that you've missed out. Put a bit of glue on the tape. Right, what's that? I don't know what that bit is. So I'll take that off. It's just one. It may have been in transit. So we'll take that little piece off. Because it's not took any of the leaves off. It's not. So, right. Enough chatting. Let's get it done. So I'm going to place the other one on the opposite side in the same position. Again, bending or moving the stem side to side. Just to give it that movement. Let's get that glue so it doesn't tangle. Oh, doesn't that look pretty? That looks really, really pretty. So let's have a look. I may place that one. Oh, I think it's looking more like a Christmas one, guys, than an autumn one with the sparkles, even on just these leaves. So I think it may end up being that. Oh, I haven't bent the stem. See, I forgot. Naughty girl. Yeah, it's more like a Christmas one, guys. Oh, well, let it be a Christmas one. I know I said I'm not doing a Christmas one. Let's do an autumn one, but that looks pretty. I'd have that in my house. Oh, green and gold. But I don't have blue. Oh, I could move that one up. Let's just stick that one in a bit of blue. I think my hubby's home. Another hard day. He's been working out on site. Bless him. Let's cut that off a minute. Right, let's just see with some of these blues. Bring the odd one in. put that one a bit, it's got a bit more blue on it. We'll do that on. Well, I don't know, you can't see now. Well, I'm not going back and doing it. Let it have a shimmer. We'll bring just, again, I'm just bending this. Would bring just a couple either side behind the bow so it can just lean over. Where's that one? No, it's this one. Oh, here comes Marley. Here comes Marley. Don't walk all over. He tried to go to sleep on everything earlier. I had to shoo him off, tell him no. I think I might need a lot. Here we go. One single one. Don't. This is where I don't get any room. We've got an 8-foot long bench there and it just doesn't go on it. So I said, so that is that. Let me just straighten that loop. So that is that one like that. And I've got, let me put a pick on this little one here. So I've got a spare. If I can get, there's the hole. I can't get that. Oh, it's. Right, I had something stuck in it, guys. Oh, I have to. Why isn't that going in? See, I think because the glue's dried. So this is what I say when to take the glue off, so you can get it in. So it's not. That's it. So it was the glue. So you don't get dried glue and then you dip it in again and place more glue on top, because then that's not going to, you know, help it stick inside. So, hi, hun.
Hello.
Did you get it done?
Yeah, both of them.
Oh, right. Oh, that's good. So I'm just going to just put a little bit at the back. Again, I don't want too much at the back. And then I'll just place one here. So I've only just placed them there, as you can see here. I've got, again, my cat allows it. I just want to see, I'd cut that down. You can't really see much of the blue, guys. I didn't spray it enough, I don't think. No, I don't want them in. Right. Spare one there. I may place them in a bit around, you know, as filler type thing. Let me just see whether, do I use that colour? No, now these are not play balls. These are not your play balls. No, I'm not going to put the dark one in. It's a bit too dark. I'm going to place this in the centre. Now, because it's got brown and green on it, I'm going to place it sort of like half and half. Instead of just having the brown like so, I want to place a bit of, so you can see a bit of the brown and a bit of the green. And I'm going to sit that just there. So I'm going to cut it. And the polystyrene, these, again from Lily Jades. So if you ever want to take that stem and elongate it, then that should be okay. Oops, a daisy. I don't know if that's going to hold. We'll see. Do I place that there? So it's got something to lean on. So it's a bit like that. He's getting closer. Have you noticed? He's on 20. He's on 23 inches now. We're going to sit. Remember that, guys. 23 inches where his front of his paws are. So I'm going to see if he shuffles a little bit closer. So I don't think I want to use those now. Oh, under here. But I don't want these. I did have these. But I don't think they've got red in, so they're not going to sit well. And I do have 3 pumpkins as well. So I may place them in. So we'll keep those out. I think I got the pumpkins out but placed them away because I thought, and I can't remember what these pods are called, guys, but I thought they might sit better. So let's get the orange in. Oh, it's just gone over 23. I tell you, he's a naughty boy. So let's get all these. These are on paperback. They've got all their own little stems. Some are smaller than others. And I'm taking the whole lot of the paper off because it doesn't look good. Oh, I've just pulled that one out. Right, we'll put that on a pick. Let's get a few picks out ready. So that can go on its own pick, like so. Who's that running around? Is that your sister? Who you don't like? "22" I tell you, if he can, he will sit on my lap. I think that's what he's trying again. So, if I can get that off. I've got some here, some here. That's not one. So how many have I got? Well, there's quite a few, guys. That was exceptionally long. Well, that might do well at the back. Has anybody started shopping for Christmas? I actually asked my youngest son last night if he's thought of anything for Christmas, because I want to start getting ready for our shop for Christmas. And he hasn't thought about it yet. I told him just to start thinking and seeing what he may want. Right, I'm placing 2 of these either side. And again, once it's in at a point, as you can see the difference with that one, just under the astilbe, I just place a small bend in it, just so it gives that look like it's going over and then under. So where's that tall one? Let's put a 45-degree angle. Oh gosh, that's tough. In there. We'll just bend that a little bit forward. Right, so now I want to bring two get ready. He's on his move. He's coming into the 21-inch, guys. So I'm just going to place in, and I'm placing these under the pampas grass, like so. How many have I got left? 2. So I could bring these here. So then at the back as well, we've got some astilbe, and I'm going to bring these slightly coming outwards this way towards me, not to the sides. So I'm bending them slightly to me. So again, we've got something pointing, as you can see from the side, pointing to the back. And then from the front, and you can see them how they are situated. They are slightly higher than these ones, so you can spot them. I'm trying to go through the foliage and everything first, guys. Again, I was taught when I went on, even at university, foliage comes first, but then everybody picks up their own way, don't they? But then also at the same time, she did say there will be occasions where you do a bit of each. Right, I'm getting these long spiky fern, placing them in the centre, and then just putting a little bend on the top, and then just bend that in. Do the same again here. And just slightly bend the tip. There we have that. Now I do have a bigger one here. Let's place one at the back. Let's just have a look at that. Right, I want some at the front. I've cut some smaller ones in here. I'm going to go now around the sides. If that little bit on. But I'm going to bring that slightly bent over. This is like, I mean, if I feel that it's a bit too long, no, it's more like a wispy bit. So it's like a wispy bit added in. So I want to do that here as well. And then just bend halfway down the stem to give that curvature. Let's have a look if I need any more. Yeah, I'm going to bring 2 to the front. Yeah, they're the same size. Just behind the bow. again bending the bit of the stem forward so I can see where I may need some coming here. Yeah. So where you see the corners, you can see, oops, the daisy, you can see a lot of them around the central point and just at the front edge. Now I want some here as well, full around the back. So you'll be able to see through there and see that. And do that also. So we've got quite a lot of the wispy bits in. Or spiky fern, should we say. But that makes it look quite pretty. Now I think I've got, where's a smaller one? Oh, it's turned around, guys. Yippee! That's quite long. So I may put 2 at the front here. Let's just cut. So let me just move that a moment. This hasn't got a stem on it. So you use your scissors or your cutters. Go to where you want it and cut down or up, whichever you feel better. I do one side down, one side up. I don't know why. I think it's just the way I hold it. Again, there's no right or wrong way. So I just want that little bit of stem around 1 inch, and I want that to come underneath. But I'm going to bend that over, and quite a big bend, and then down, as you can see on the mat, like that. So then that will come out like so. So we'll get that just under in the centre. Like so. And I think I don't want that longer one. I think I could do with some coming from the side. So again, I'm going to cut, make it a longer stem. Do the same with this one. This spiky fern's got a few sides, it's not just one. Right, I'm going to place these on the corners at the bottom. So let's just get these and just bend those down. So they're looking like they're leaning towards the bottom of the ground or container, towards the floor. Oh my gosh. Like that. If you feel that they're too long, let me just get that glue off my finger. Snip the end. And if you want to give it that pointed look by chopping it at a point, the pine needles or the spiky bits, just chop it so it looks like a point. Create that point. So same with that one. And I'll create a point with that, like a V shape. like the tip of a fern. So that's that. So let's see, let me grab my drink that my lovely hubby brought me. Bless him. I was looking at some of blue flowers, but I thought when I said autumn, well, there's nothing saying blue can't be autumn. But you know, when you've just not got that right flower to go with the arrangement, I don't know whether I'm going to place them in. Let me take one out. I don't know. I'm going to hang on to them. We'll see. I don't need any more astilbe, so they can go. Now, do I dot a few of those in? We'll see. Let's get these. Do I put those in, or the thistle? Oh gosh, I'm all spoilt for choice. Again, I don't know if I'm going to use all of this. The thistle. It's got to be the thistle, guys. Now I want you see, I want those leaves. Let's just take one stem off. Oh, it's got 5 thistles, so that's good. So I could use, let's see, if I take that one off and have it as a smaller one. I should have really started from the top. Have that one off, then that comes to there. Which is, so then, see, that comes to there. And that's a long one. Just cut that little bit off. Like the smaller ones. Let's see which ones are the longer ones. Small, small, longer, longer, definitely longer. So I'm going to place, I keep catching everything. These are the middle size of them. I want to place those here. So I'm going to stick those in straight away. Like that. Then the smaller ones I want to bring out from the sides. Just give a little thistly look at the sides, and again another texture. That's that, and then let's see, I don't want it that long. Oh, that hurt my finger. And I'm going to place this literally in the center, but I'm going to push it just slightly down, well, down so it's below the belly buttons, like that. So it's there, just there. And when I say slightly, I mean literally, look, probably about half an inch to an inch just below. So I don't want no more of those in. I want to start getting our floral in. So let's get that. I don't want that. There's our floral. I don't know about those. I could stick those somewhere. I made it's a group of 3. Could do them. I don't know yet. I need to get, I think, maybe a bit more foliage. But we'll see once we start placing these in. Oh, they look pretty. Let's have a look at our roses as well. Oh, they look pretty. They look pretty. Oh, I've got the choir again this week. Again, we're back. I think I know I told you yesterday, but it's tomorrow. Right, I'm going to place. I'm going to bend the head forward so it blends in just like so. And just bend it forward. I'm going to bring, before I carry on, oh sorry about the noise guys, a couple around the back, because I like to bring colour around the back as well. How many have I got left? 1, 2, 3. 3 of those. So definitely bring some. 1, 2, 3. Have I got any more of these? I can't see. We'll make do with what we've got. It's a good lesson to learn, guys, isn't it? Just use what you've got. And placing these around the sides as well. I'm going to place one right under here. Again, I like to have some florals showing everywhere. And because I have 1, 2, 3, 5, yeah, I could place a gerbera up there. So I may have to elongate that. Oh, let's have a drink. I know I need some filler foliage. I've got bits in this bag. So let me just slightly elongate this gerbera. Where's the green tape? Oh gosh, I always do that. Right, I don't want that long. So let's just pop it in. And what I'm going to do then is bend the head forward. And then I'm going to get the pampas grass and I'm just going to move it so it's a little bit around it so it looks like it slightly set into the pampas grass. And again, bring out from the sides. Just bend the head, not too much. No. I need a bit more blue in it, I think, as well. Let's have a look. You see, I have got blue. I've got blue gerberas, but they're a darker blue mixed with a lighter blue. They're not the blue what's on the ribbon. Well, the lighter blue could be. But I don't want to chop the darker blue off. I've got some peonies what are like a darker grey blue. And they could be a bit dark. I've got carnations, baby carnations, what's got blue, the exact blue I want, but they've got also like a darker grey mixed together as a spray carnations. So I've got them, but they're all spray flowers, you know, meaning there's several on one stem on one little bunch. So instead of just having the one rose, you've got about 3 or 4 heads on one. And they're all different colours. I've got blue roses, but they're not the blue roses that I require. But maybe when we place these in, this will help a little bit. So let's just get the rest of these in. Again, I want a gerbera, at least one, to sit at the back, just a little bit lower. That's what I've done at the back. And because I've got that single rose at the bottom under the bow, I'm going to put these two either side of it. So we're going to cut these just a little bit shorter. And we're going to place these in either side. I just lift up the ribbon. Again, I'll just bring it there. I'll turn it around, everybody. I just want to see the positioning where I'm placing it at the front with it being at the bottom. So you may there's the other one. I don't know whether that acorn looks nice in the centre, but like so. So the gerberas are at the bottom. So let me just see by adding the odd bit of these blue. You see now that's better. It starts bringing it alive a little bit instead of just having the browny colours. So I may not even add the honesty if I'm being quite honest. Did you get that gag? Oh, I'm rubbish at telling jokes. I tell them very dry. It's, there's no, I don't know. You know how comedians do it, and they sound funny before they've even done it, and you can tell that it's a joke's going to be coming along. Oh, I don't know still. The joke's coming, and I'd be going. Say like if they say how did the chicken cross the road? I'd be going. I did the chicken cross the road, and people would just probably look and go. And then they'd go, to get to other side. Rubbish. I can't tell a joke. It just sounds where you want to go to sleep. Where you'd like to go to sleep and you think, oh gosh, she's rubbish before we even start. So yeah, I'm no good, guys. I wouldn't be able to be a comedian at all. I don't mind laughing at other people's jokes, but my own, well, I can't call it my own jokes because I can't make jokes. So what I'm doing with these, and I'll show you in a minute, I'm just dotting them around. But I am at the same time mirror imaging what I've done on one side. I'm doing the same on the other. It might not be in exactly the same position or height. It might be just slightly off from the other one, but they're around the same area. So as you can see, like that. So I'm going to bring some under here because I know it's nice to bring some in from the sides as well. Again, I may not be placing this in the same as the spot, but it'll be around that area. I'm going to place some around the back as well. So I'll just do a few around here, guys. We want some. And at the back I'm doing what I've done at the front, just slightly bending them over again so they're leaning towards the back, not towards the front. Quite a nice, this is the exact blue. It's quite a pretty blue. Right, I'm not going to place any more in at the back, as you can see. So now what I've done at the back, I want to place the odd ones like that around again at the front. Or some from here, so they're just sticking up. Just give it that little bit of, you just take a quick look back and you'll see and you'll think, oh gosh, there's one needed there. And again, this is just one head from a hydrangea. It's not any more than that. So I want some at the bottom, at the front as well. So we'll go around the corner here. So I'm elongating it and bringing it down. And I'm not cutting any of the stems in case I need a little bit of length. And because I brought some down there, I want one around or two. I'm lifting up, guys, so I can see it under. And maybe slightly just a bit longer than what the others are. You know, the rose and the gerbera. I will fluff up the bow. I always fluff up the bow. Make that look pretty. Right, I want one either side, and I'm just going to stick those at the bottom as well. Again, never forget the side pieces with little flowers, you know, even if you just adding the little ones in just for a little bit of to use them. So that is it with all that, just one head of hydrangeas placed in. Now let me see what this is like with, see, that is nice. So we're going to have this, let's take them away. So I'm going to, because there's 3 big ones, well, bigger heads, and 2 smaller. So that's that one. That one. Oh my gosh. Oh, did you hear that? I'm pulling that leaf out. I don't want that leaf. I'm just tidying up the stem. Just so they get the bumps out where the other stems were. And I may use that one as a long one, so I'll hang on to that long one. I mean, I don't want it that long. Let's just see the highest point it would go. So I want it, I'll cut it about there. Oh my gosh, guys, you wouldn't believe how hard some of those are. Right. Oh, I thought I'd cut myself then. Let's see. Now, do I? No, it's got to go around here. So the 2 smaller ones, let's take that leaf out. The leaves aren't very good. I say good. They want steaming. I haven't steamed them, so let's take them out. I don't need them. Get rid. So I'm going to place, right, let me cut it at an angle. fact, let me cut them all at an angle to start with. I'll probably end up cutting them all again, but never mind, that's the fun of it. So I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to let that, let's just bend it towards the front, like that. I will show you guys. And I'm going to, again, on this one, I'm going to mirror image it, or as near as I can. Again, bend it. That one's going down a little bit more. What's it sitting on? Oh, it's got those little sticky pads underneath. And one. What do I bring? Yeah, I bring one at the top and two in front of the bow. So well, let's get the taller one. So there they are, sat there, a bit of lime green, and I'm going to place this one so it's sitting there. So let's get that glued in, and let's push this, and just keep an eye on it at the top, on how high. And I'm not going to bend this forward like that. Mind you, hit me. Let's have a look. Yeah, but it needs to go down a little bit more. Oh, there. I just want it popping up. I don't want it too high. And then the ones at the bottom are going to go where the gerberas are sticking out at the bottom. Oh my gosh. So I can cut these a little bit shorter. Let's get that glue string off. And these are going where the gerberas are. Have to look underneath, guys, because I can't see just by doing it like that without checking. Right, so that is that. I do have, see, I have got two of those. I'm taking those off. That was another reason when I spotted these little buds. I want those, but I do have, I've got a cream and a brown. No, I don't think I want any more of that colour. So I'm not going to have those. Let's get, I need some filler foliage. You know, like, oh, I know what I've got. What I've got. Why didn't I think of that when I was doing it? Placing some of these buds just at the side. How high is that? Right, let's get filler foliage, guys. Now, do I have that? Well, I must admit I've done well not to get up. I've got that. I want some with a, you know, a broader leaf. No, I'll stick to this. I want a bit of the coleus, I think. I think. You see, I do have like vines up there, and I've got the vines I've got up there, I've also got all in stems. So sometimes when I look at the vines and then I look like that, and then I've got the filler foliage here. Let's have a look what's in my bag. My bag of tricks. No, it's not a bag that you can lie in. See, we'll use those if I can. This is getting bigger and bigger. La 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 la. I want small. What is that? Oh, that's red. I don't want red. I think, let me just get this coleus in before I start. And I'm going to take this and I'm going inside with this because it's a bit pinky. I don't want really that on the outer side, so I'm bringing that sort of like in as depth. Some are a bit slightly bigger than others because it's the top or the bottom, one or the other. I think top. So I'm going, and I can move these around so they give more coverage, so the less I'm going to use. Let's get that out. Like that. Let's go. I will show you guys. I just want to when I do the top, it's easy. It's when it comes to, you see, that's got no hole. So if I make a hole, it's slightly a bit harder to do the bottom than it is the top, because you have to sometimes, like I'm doing, is bending it. That's all the fun of it, isn't it? Do a hole on this side. Stick that in. Let's have a little bit more of these in, because these are getting a bit hidden because of everything that's in. just going to go around the side here. And I'm going to go on the other end as well. And I'm just placing in where I can see gaps, just to cover that area like so. I can still see a gap there, so I'm wanting to place something just slightly different. I don't want to keep using, you know, the same colour. Oh my goodness gracious me. The same colour all the way, you know, so I end up with a line. So I want to sort of like swap and change it. For some reason this side's awkward. I did see in here one rose. Oh, that'll do. I think I need a bit of the green here. I wonder if I've got any more of those. So I'm just going in my bag of bits, I call them, just to add a little bit of green colour along the back. So I don't need nothing else there now. All I've done is just fill that up. It's mainly the two sides and some for the depth. So that's basically what we're looking at the moment. I have got the odd ones of these as well. So let's get some of those in. Oh my gosh, look. Oh my gosh. Another one. Any more, any more, any more? Any more? Let's get these in to start with. I didn't know about those. I don't know, when did I put those in there? So we're going to add a little bit of green to scatter, as you can see it there, here. Right, so now I can see above, so I'll have it facing yourselves. So I will just place some in and around. And again, spread them so they move. Let's put that on its own pick. So let's get that one in around here, the back as well, so you can see some at the back. Let's get one at the front. I'm sure I've got some more of these, but in the full stem. So you've got that at the front. Let's have a look. I can see a bit of a gap right at the bottom. The blue. See, there's more orange on that. I should have sprayed these more orange, more blue. I'm going to wrap the wire around the stem. I want another one there. Yeah. Stop it. Alright, now I'm just going to keep them there. I'm not putting those in. I'm going to spray these a bit more blue, guys, and then I'll add these later. But that's what we've... Oh, gosh. Oh, it's leaning on the picks. Oh, let me just get that last one in. Let's put it there. So that's what we've done today with our little arrangement. It is autumn now. There's more in it, but if you also want to keep it up for Christmas, then there's nothing saying that it couldn't. With it having a bit of the glitter in, that helps as well to give it a little bit of the Christmassy theme, with the gold. So that gives a little more, the Christmas theme. So you could leave it up for that as well. But in with some people like more of a traditional, with the reds and oranges. Well, we've got oranges, but we just added a little pastel blue, like a duck egg blue, if I'm being quite honest, it looks like to me. But that just sets it off, just having a little bit more of the pastel colour in, and gives it that little bit extra touch. So, oh gosh, one moment guys, I don't want to lose those little clippers. Oh, for crying out loud. 3 things I've dropped. I need to put something under here to stop things falling through. So yes, if I'm going to respray those and get in get them in so you can see a bit more of the blue. Oh, I keep finding elastic bands. So that's what I'm going to do. And again, you can have a little bit of the autumn look as well as Christmas. But we do need a little bit more blue in. And we have our, I don't know whether it could be sage leaves, guys, or bay leaves. Is it sage? It might be sage, or it could be beige, one of bay leaves. But we've got those in the gold glitter. We've got our pampass grass again. Spray it with hairspray. And give it, you know, to stop all the fluffiness coming off. Especially if you've got your window open and that, and it may catch it and the breeze may just take it off. We've got our rose petals. We've got our nice, beautiful maple leaves. Our spiky fern, just a couple of buds here. We've got our little bunny tails here, our thistles, our asparagus. We've got our gerberas and our lovely roses and our pine cones. Again, I can't remember what these pods are called. I've got a book. I'm going to have to get my book out. We've got a bit of calliacin as well, and birch, and a little bit of what looks like, that looks actually like parvolia, that little greenery that I put in at the last minute, these little wispy bits. And again, the hydrangea heads, where I pulled off each single petal from the flower. And that's really all it, you know. And our bow. Again, I don't know about the acorn. I may just pull that out because it just looks weird sat there. Instead, let's just pull it out because it just irritating me. It's been irritating me all the way through, guys. It just looks like a round blob. I think it'd be better in the arrangement than on the bow. That's just my opinion. Some people may like that, but I think it's better without. Much better. So, yeah. And again, that is what we've done. And it's added a nice pastel-y colour, I guess, autumn come Christmas arrangement. Let's get a new pick in this. Again, I've just pulled that pick out. So somebody was asking me not long ago, I think last week, how to place picks in. This is polystyrene. I've pulled the pick out, it's left the hole. So I've put glue on my pick and I've gone back in the hole where that is, but just slightly pushed it a little bit further than it was. Not much. And then wiped any glue off of the end. So now I've got it how it was. I will cut it down to size because these were, as you can see, different lengths. So then I'd cut it to the size of what it were, so I can place it back in the packet like so. So now that can go back in there. Just like that, guys. So that is what we've done today. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Give it a go, guys. Again, whether it be in these colours, coffee colours, you know. I think that's what I was... I got coffee coloured stuff, but I didn't want to go too much of a coffee colour. But I wanted a peachy coffee, so you know, that sort of thing. And I guess if you look deep into it, you can see a bit of the resemblance of that, you know, especially with the bunny tails and the pampass and, you know, things like that. And the bows, you know, with the hessian and things. So again, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I sure did. I like making things like this. And it's quite relaxing, I find. So whether, again, you do it in these colours or other colours, it doesn't matter, but just have fun and enjoy it and have a wonderful time, whether you're making it for yourself or for family or friends or even to sell, guys. But just have fun. And so subscribe and share and like, please, because it really does help. You know, gets my business recognised and moves me up the list near the top. So when people type in artificial flower arrangement ideas or something like that, then I'm getting closer near the top and I pop up. That's what it's helping me with. So and then I may get more subscribers like you wonderful people. So I hope you all have a fantastic day. God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow. I've got yoga tonight, so a bit of calming and relaxation, and then the Reiki club after with the spiritual music. So I'm looking forward to that. So have a wonderful day, guys. All the best, and thank you again for your comments. I really, really am touched by them all, and I really do appreciate them. You're just wonderful people, and keep creating. Okay? So I'll see you from me and Marley, who's licking away. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye-bye.